being willing to do above and beyond the ordinary. And so, for instance, this winter, when we had a particularly nasty cold spell, we had an issue with a window busted in one of our apparatus. Dan found a supplier that had, there was nothing nearby. There were no parts that we could get nearby. The nearest one he could find was in Iowa. And so for operational readiness, he just knew that it needed to be here. He requested permission to take off and go get it, and that's what he did. He drove to Iowa to pick up a piece of glass for a window, and bring it back here. And nobody asked him to do that. It wasn't required by his job. He knew we got to get that vehicle back in service.
One of the guiding factors for me in the position of fire chief is if I can provide the folks on the line with everything they need in order to achieve their job, they are going to exceed that. And that is how Dan lives. He provides the folks on the line with everything they need in order to achieve their goals. Whether he sees himself as a hero because of that or not, the truck doesn't move if the truck doesn't start.
And I know, Dan doesn't necessarily consider himself part of the fire service, but I don't believe that he realizes, how much of a big part of the fire service he is, especially with this district. So during a particularly nasty cold spell, we had a lot of ice. It was just unexpected. We got a call from an elderly citizen that her husband was getting ready to leave the hospital. Where they lived at was in our district, and she was concerned because their driveway was very slick, and she wanted to see if she couldn't get some help getting her husband from the vehicle into the house. Dan asked for the address, and he said, I think I'm just going to run over and try to plow and salt a little bit. And he wasn't just caring about our crews, he was caring about the citizen. He looked out for everybody in that circumstance. And I mean, that, once again, that's not something he was required to do. It's not something that is in his normal duties. It's just he saw a need and he went after it.
Well, I'd look at it as part of the job. If it's something I'm capable of doing or something I can do, I'll just jump in there and do it. I mean, I look at it, I pay taxes. I look at it, if I can save taxpayers' money and keep the department up and running, save the department money to where those finances can go to better equipment or gear, that's money for the department. So my main thing is try to save as much money for them as I can. My thing is to make them ready for what their duty is. They're the most important thing. They got to take care of the public. They got to get there. And my attention is, if they need it, I want to get it done, because that's their goal, is to get where they need to. And I think that's the most important thing. I've helped put up plywood on houses where they've had to break in doors and windows, icing problems if they need to get. One of our trucks got stuck one day and they couldn't get in and out, and they called me. I salted, got them in, got them out. I've had trucks actually get stuck and actually pulled them out without having to call a wrecker. If it's something I can do and capable of, and it helps the department, that's me. I think that's just part of my job. It's what I'm here for. I just feel like I'm a person that I'm here to do a job. I get paid for my job, and that's part of my job. And I just don't see it as being a hero. It's just working. What I enjoy doing.
The heroes come in all shapes and sizes, and they have different jobs and responsibilities and backgrounds, and there are so many unsung heroes of public safety and the fire service, and but Dan fits that mold completely, and we're proud of him. We're proud of his work. I get told all the time by my peers, my other fire chief peers and fire districts around, that we just need a Dan, and I think everybody needs a Dan.